Hello everyone. Welcome to the fourth part of special moves in chess. In this video we are going to discuss about why is it necessary to promote a pawn to anything other than a queen. So the question is that a queen is the most powerful piece on a board. So whenever you are given a choice, you are always going to promote your pawn to a queen. So why is it necessary? Why there is some kind of rule in chess that you can promote your pawn either to a queen or a rook or a bishop or a knight. Why there is rule in chess that you can promote your pawn anything that is less powerful than a queen. So we're going to understand that using some examples. Here is a situation on your screen, okay, and it is a kind of study. It is not an actual board position. Is just to make you understand why is it sometimes necessary not to promote your pawn to a queen. Okay, it is white to move, and in this position this pawn on b7 is about to reach b8, which is the last rank for white, and we can just promote this pawn on b7 to anything, either a queen, a rook, a bishop and a knight. So what should you do? Okay, according to the question, the queen is the most powerful piece, right? So we can just promote this pawn to a queen. Okay. So is it good for white? No. Why? Because after queen to f6, it's a checkmate. The king is under check and all the adjacent squares are blocked by black. So see, in the previous move we have promoted our pawn to a queen and it was a complete disaster for us. So what is the solution? Here in this position, if we just promote this pawn to a knight, then it's a double attack on the king and the queen. So black has to save the check. So let's say king to c7 and we can just take the queen. Black will take the knight and we can play something like king to g7, just giving the space to the pawn on h7 to be promoted. Give it a chance to be promoted, and then black can play something like this, maybe a check, but nothing can be done after that. After this move, white is gonna promote this to a queen and it's a complete win for white. But that is not necessary. The point is that in the very first move, if we have promoted our pawn to a queen, then it is completely losing for white, and that's why it is very much necessary for white at this position to promote it to a knight, because the queen can move like a rook and a bishop but not like a knight. Okay, so that is very much understandable that a queen cannot move like a knight, so it is very much necessary sometimes to promote your pawn to a knight. But why rook and bishop? Let us consider this study. This is also this can happen actually. Yeah, this is not a study. This can happen in real games. However, so it is white to move and white is just winning by a big margin. Well, let's see. So white is up by a queen and a pawn, and this pawn is about to get promoted because it's about to reach the last rank. So black is losing, there is no doubt about it. But what if I ask you that what is the quickest checkmate for white here? Well, you are gonna say probably we are just the pawn is under attack, right? So we have to do something. So we are just going to play b8, promoting the pawn to a queen, something like this, and then we are just gonna bring this other queen to any of the squares and it's a checkmate, right? A mate in 2. Very good, we are just winning. And out of excitement you play the move pawn to b8, queen, and you are like, oh my god, I just won the game. But is it? It is black to move, and can you answer what black is gonna play? there is only one piece on the board for black, which is the king. These squares are blocked by this queen. This square is blocked by this queen. This is also blocked by this queen. So all the adjacent squares of the king is blocked. And also the king is not under check by any of the white pieces. This is called a stalemate, and that is a draw. If you don't know what a stalemate is, then you can just understand the situation in this way, that it is black to move and black has no legal move to play. All the squares of this king adjacent to this king is blocked. So it is your turn, but what you're gonna play? So it is a draw. So a winning position for white it has been turned into a draw, which is not very good for you. So the quickest way is promoting the pawn to a rook, because now this square is not attacked by the rook. Okay, so now it is black to play and black has only one square to go, and it is checkmate. Okay, so if you have promoted this pawn to a queen, then it would have been a complete disaster and you had to go home with a draw. But now you're completely winning. So this is a very simple example, but sometimes in real games there will be many situations where it is absolutely necessary to promote your pawn, not to a queen at least. Okay. So this is all for this video. I hope you have liked it. If you did, then please give it a like, share it with your friends and relatives. In case you have any question or suggestion, you can write it down on the comment section. I'll be looking forward to it. See you next time.